Is it good? Oh.
Hey, Amber, we are live. Yes, it's good. We're testing some equipment and we thought we'd do it live in front of the world. So thank you for joining us. If you're joining us for the first time, a second time, or watching this on a replay. So my name is Laci. I am your Las Vegas real estate and lifestyle expert. This is Amber Coleman. She is one of the best lenders in the nation. In fact, as of last year, number 166 in the nation. So
Aw.
great to have you. Thanks for joining me on a Friday, babe. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to relax this weekend. I'm going to take it easy. What are you doing this weekend?
I mean, you're not going to be working 7 days a week like we always do?
I'm not. I decided that I need a weekend off. What do you think? Because that sounds like a good
I
idea,
think that's
right?
a great idea. That's a great idea. I've got, I have some stuff going on this week that's not fun. I've got a memorial service tomorrow for a close
Oh.
family friend. Very, very sad. Very, very, very sad experience. We had some bad news this weekend. So we're going to celebrate their life on Saturday. And then I've got a Broadway rave.
That sounds fun.
Do you know what a rave is? Do you know what a rave is or no? A rave is like, you know what a rave is, right?
I go the rave that I'm thinking of, but I don't know what a Broadway rave is. What's a Broadway rave?
Instead of EDM music, it's Broadway music.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, my friend Maddie Mo.
Look
Look at my friend. Maddie Mo is here joining us live. Hey, Maddie. Good to see you, babe. Oh, my goodness. I watch Maddie. Let me tell you about my friend Maddie real quick. Maddie, normally we do live streams and we're usually talking about a specific thing. Today we're just doing a Q&A or like ask us anything. So thank you for joining us. Love you, my love. Maddie is like literally a basket full of rainbows and sunshine that I use to jolt my day every morning, Monday through Friday. He's live on TikTok and live on the Purple app. I can't remember what the Purple app's called. Stream. What's the one where they Twitch. That's what it is. And so Maddie is like literally just this inspirational, motivational speaker that also is like a freestyle rapper. And he puts together just the most amazing vibe experience. So all you got to do is pop into his live, Maddie Mo Show, Matthew Pace or Maddie Pace. Find him online. He's incredible. And he's just so much fun. So I've actually like become addicted. I tell him often I'm addicted. And I'm definitely a stalker at this point, which is kind of embarrassing, but not really. Anyway, at the end of the day, I become addicted because it's like I do it while I'm getting ready in the morning. I'll put it on. He's saying hi to everybody. He's just a vibe, period, a vibe. And I'm begging him to come visit me in Las Vegas. So maybe you can convince him, Amber. What do you think?
Yeah, we need to meet you, Maddie. Come on. Especially when you got good energy going on like that.
It's the healthiest addiction you could have. Damn straight. For real. Oscar Love says Broadway rave sounds good. Sounds fun. It's going to be interesting. So I'm a Broadway nerd and that's what it's going to be. So it's a rave where we're going to be working it out, dressing up, doing our thing, right? Doing our thing.
Oh, that's fun.
But it's going to be to Broadway music. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at myself for going, honestly. I can't even believe I'm doing this.
So that's why where do you find this stuff at?
Listen, you know me, girl. I know everything going on in and around Las Vegas. I am the Las Vegas gal. So anyway, anybody who's joining us today, thank you. As always, you know we do these live streams once or twice a week, and we really love doing them. These are for you. So I want to just remind you that while we're live, ask us anything, baby. You can ask me if I'm single. You can ask me about where I get my hair did. You can ask me about what it's like to buy a house. You can ask me what the good neighborhoods are. You can whatever. Ask us anything. We're here. We want to make sure that you guys have all the information you could ever want about our beautiful neon hometown. Amber is an official born and raised, right? You're born and raised. You're a native for real?
Born and raised. I was born right on Nellis Air Force Base. Isn't that crazy?
See, unicorn. I made her take her crown off because it just gets a little strange. It gets in the way of the camera, but
oh yeah,
she's got that unicorn crown for sure. So, and I'm not a native, but I do bleed neon. So maybe I was transported or something, but I've been here since I was 9.
I was going to say, you've been here since you're 9. So that's pretty much native.
Yeah. So we are happy to be here. So this is just a regular old Q&A. We haven't done one of these in like a year. Normally we come on here and we talk about grant programs and free money and how to buy a house and new announcements about what's going on with the Fed and all the real estate stuff you could want to know. But I do far more than real estate, and we are far more than real estate. Life is far more than just where you live. So let us know if you have questions, if you want to know about best restaurants or new things to do, or you want me to tell you more about the Broadway rave I'm going to tomorrow night, just let us know and we'll answer your questions. Let's see what we got here. Maddie Mo, thank you so much for joining, babe. You're such a doll. I really love you a lot. Oh, he says I'm a queen. You know, I wish we could do gifting here. Like, I wish they could do gifting like they do on TikTok, because I'm always sending him gifts to like put a hat on him or a mask or like these cute things, or get him to get up and twerk for me. You know, he does all these dances.
Oh,
But at
that's
the end of the
awesome.
day, YouTube's not quite made out like that. We are also testing to see what this is going to be like over on Instagram. So if you guys are following me on Instagram, hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm really interested to see if it's like going like it's supposed to. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Anyway, all right, let's go through here and see what we got. We got some questions. Maddie Mo, I'm going to start with you, my love. Are there a lot of investment opportunities in Las Vegas? Yes. So I would say, Amber, I'm gonna let you try. I always talk too much. You go. Give me your answer and I'll give you mine.
I'd say Vegas is the best place to invest in when you're talking about real estate. So here's what I think about Vegas. Well, and I've probably said this before, but there's a train going in between California and Vegas. At
Yep.
some point, there's already all kinds of Californians moving to Vegas, and from every other state in the United States really moving to Vegas because we don't have any income tax, and there's always jobs here and stuff like that. When that train gets in, we're just going to be a suburb at that point. And so I feel like the opportunity to invest and to gain equity and stuff is a great time right now because there's such an influx in Vegas, and Vegas is doing such a beautiful job bringing in jobs and different industry here.
Yep. You know, it's so funny. I've been recording actually so we have 3 cities in Las Vegas. We have, well, a couple more than 3 cities. We have North Las Vegas, Henderson, Boulder City, Pahrump. All of those make up the Las Vegas metropolitan area or the metro area. And so I was actually talking to the city manager or one of the city folks over at North Las Vegas the other day. And they told me North Las Vegas, which is a part of Vegas, is the fastest growing city in Southern Nevada. It's the most diverse. And they told me that that city specifically is offering so many tax breaks and so many incentives for big businesses to come in and move here that they're seeing a huge influx of Fortune 500 companies moving to Las Vegas. We already know that we have a lot of tax and amazing things related to tax and income and all those property taxes and all those things, but they're even adding the cherry on top for businesses. So Moen they just did a ribbon cutting for the Moen facility, like the faucet company, faucet and toilets, maybe, I think.
Wow, that's cool.
I think Crocs just moved into North Las Vegas as well. Amazon obviously has a couple of
Amazon's
warehouses
there too, right?
Yeah. So it definitely, when you see a city right now that's already added 1 million people in the last 8 or 9 years to our residents, 1 million people. So we're now over 2 million people here in Vegas. Do you remember when it was like 200,000 people, Amber? Like I do.
That was when I was like young.
Crazy.
It's crazy, but I mean, it's been crazy over the years to just see this type of growth. And the cool thing about Vegas, I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of cool things about Vegas, but because nobody's really from here except for me, everybody is so welcoming, like you don't have this where people are trying to hold their businesses tight, only support locals and that kind of stuff, because nobody's local. So then, you have this supportive of anything that's really cool that comes into town. We're just here to support whatever's cool.
Yeah. And when you see a city that's on the rise like this, we're getting professional football, we actually can have sports now. We weren't allowed to legally have any professional sports for the last forever. And so now that we've got that, we're more legitimized, which seems really strange to me that that's what it took, but we're more legitimized as a city. So we've got Sony moving here, putting a new movie studio in with Mark Wahlberg. We've got a new Disney entertainment park, I think they just announced, or something of that nature. And I know that Universal Studios has already broken ground. So the answer to your question,
my friend, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. The investment opportunities are still good and still great, because anything you buy is going to go up at the end of the day. Anything you buy is we're on the growth mode. Let's just put it that way. Nice question. All right, let's see here. Oscar Love says Broadway rave sounds fun. You want to come with me, Oscar? Let's go. Meet me there. Let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. I know you have my phone number, bro. Let's go.
Where's the Broadway rave?
I think it's let me look at my friend's text. She sent me the details today. It is hold on.
I love it how you could just say, "Hey, Laci, you want to go?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Well, I'm the one that informed her, just FYI, but I forgot where it was located. It's at the Space. So the Space is this industrial spot that they do like special events like this and stuff off of Industrial.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, look, Maddie Mo, I love you. I'm so happy. I don't know if he's still here, but I just freaking love you. I'm so grateful that you logged in today. Come next time when we're talking about stuff that's like making me look smart. Right now, we're just having a good time. So, and I wish we could play music, but YouTube always gives me strikes. Kenny P says, "Hey, ladies, I've been taking care of my gram and my mom for the last decade. Don't have a job and monthly income, but a lot of savings. Congratulations, and what a good person you are. I would probably be moving with 400K to the Henderson area." Amazing, Kenny. That's awesome. We have like our median home price right now for single family homes is above that. It's about 500, but our median home price for like townhomes and for condos is around 290, 295. So perfect. You can come get a little extra cash in your pocket to go have a good time and go to a Broadway rave. I don't know, something.
Also, too, when you have a lot of assets, but you don't have monthly income coming in, there's what's called an asset-based loan. So you could basically take your assets, we turn it into income on our side, and then do an asset-based loan. So like you could get a loan putting down a portion of that so you don't have to put all of it down, like if you're going to pay cash for the house or something.
I feel like an idiot because I didn't remember that. So this is why this is why she gets paid the big bucks, my friends. Kenny also said, would I find it difficult to find a new home or place to rent, not buying for anything, may want to move after a couple years again? Yeah. So here's the deal, Kenny. I'm always going to push you to try to buy because at the end of the day, we know that you're going to make money on it, even if you move a couple years later. Just to give you an example, I have clients who purchased a home this year, January of 2024. They had some things happen, unfortunately, in their family, and they now have to sell. We're not even 1 year out, not even 10 months. We're now at 10 months from when they bought the house. They've gained $100,000 in equity in that specific home since January. Now, that's not typical. I'm going to put that out there. That's not a typical scenario, especially within a 1 year period. But for whatever reason, their area, their neighborhood is kind of blowing up right now. $100,000 above what they paid for it within 10 months.
That's a good neighborhood they bought in. Good choice right there.
Guess who suggested that they go to Henderson, that area?
That was actually, a good choice. Laci, I should say. No.
It was, I mean, I could take a little credit, but no, they were such good clients. We worked together. We really came up with all the areas together, but they were just amazing and they made it easy. And it's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood and stuff. So Kenny, for you, happy to help you find a rental if need be. Our team can do that, but why not invest that money and have it repay you some of the, have it kind of be like a wash at the end of the day. If you can make that money back after you move out in a couple of years, why not? I think it's a good idea. So we'll talk about it though. There's never any pressure either side. So good. Thank you for watching though. Good idea. Douglas Elliott says, oh, hey, Las Vegas ladies. Hey, Douglas. Nice to see you.
Douglas.
Let's see. Douglas also says, I just got hired at Southwest Airlines. Congratulations. And Vegas is on my list to transfer to from Chicago. Why is the housing cost so high when jobs aren't paying that much? Douglas, good question. The housing prices have just gone up in the last 4 or 5 years, or two years, really a big jump in the last 2 years. We talk about it all the time. So keep watching us. We can keep you kind of on the up and up with what's happening. Amber, what would you say the biggest reason for the prices popping up would be?
All the movement to Vegas. There's so much stuff happening everywhere. California is a big movement because they have high taxes in California. So the people that are just getting like killed over there are moving to Vegas. But I've seen them coming from Florida. I've seen them coming from New York. I've seen them, really from everybody. They come from Utah. We don't have any property taxes here. So after COVID happened, a lot of people work from home, but there's still a lot of jobs here in the service industry too, where you can get, a lot of tips and stuff like that. So like there's a whole lot of different things that are causing people to move here. It could be the job market. It could be the work from home. It could be saving taxes. There's a long, long list of them.
Yeah. And what I'd like to say, Douglas, and this is something we talk about a lot. So again, if you're not subscribed or if you're a new subscriber or you don't watch our lives, please tune in. There's a lot of really cool free money programs and grant programs and assistance for those who may not be keeping up with really what's happening in our real estate market that could actually help you overcome any of those issues. The other thing to keep in mind too is, when we don't have enough houses to sell, the prices go up. But the real push for what's happened in the big lift over the last year and a half, 18 months, 2 years for Vegas is that the rates were really, really low a couple of years ago, like like we all still have cavities from how sugar high we got on that sugar candy of low rates. And so because of that, a lot of people were scrambling and outbidding each other and really trying to just get what they could when they could. Rates went up again. It slowed down that craziness. Thank goodness. We're now seeing rates start to fall again, which again gives you more money to spend. But we're not seeing the zany craziness just yet. So I still think it's possible for you to either rent or buy. So whatever you want to do, we're happy to help you. But keep in mind, even if your salaries don't feel like they cut it, Amber's a guru when it comes to this stuff. I love that. I was just thinking, I am not your guru. Remember that show on Netflix from Tony Robbins where it said, I am not your guru? Amber is your guru. She is your guru. He may not be your guru, but she is. But at the end of the day, she's really, really good about putting a game plan together. And you may think you can't afford a house, but I bet you can. It'd be interesting to see.
Let's talk.
For those of you who want to talk to us or work with us, there is a little phone number that's scrolling down on the bottom. That is my personal cell phone. You are welcome to send me a text message. I would love to receive a message from you. There's also always a link in the description of all of our videos. Do us a favor and reach out. Even if you're just contemplating moving, you don't think you're going to go, you just want advice. Call me. I don't have any friends. I don't have a life. I'm just sitting here. I'm just doing nothing. So let's talk.
Except for when she's going to Broadway raves.
Listen, I'm scraping people together. Why do you think I went live talking about it, homegirl? Come on now. I need friends out here to do this. My real friends are like, what do you mean you don't have friends? I do have friends. I was kidding.
I was going to say, you have a lot of friends.
Yes. Okay.
But you can always use more, right?
Listen, I love friends. I love meeting new people. It's my favorite thing on the planet Earth is meeting all of you and everyone, especially if you're interested in my neon hometown. But that's just me. Okay, Oscar, wait for my promotion and pay increase. I'm at the market in the area of Northwest and noticing a few homes that seem to be sitting on the market a while. Really good take on that. Amber, have you been noticing the houses that are going under contract with all your clients that are coming through, that they're houses that they were able to get a deal on, or what are you seeing on your side?
It depends on the price point. I'm trying to think of the last ones. Like, it depends on the price point and how nice the house is. So I just had one client that went out to a house the other day and they had several offers on it on the same house, but the house was very nice. Actually, I had a couple ones because another one called me too, and they were having to remove pay their own closing costs because they had too many offers on the house, and in order to get their offer accepted, they had to remove closing costs. But if it's a house that you have to do a little bit of work on it,
yeah,
those ones seem to sit longer. That's what I'm seeing. So those ones that come through, and when I get the appraisal and it shows that we have to do a little bit of work on the house, those ones that I seem to get more closing costs, or I seem to see more closing costs coming through on the contracts on those ones. So I think it depends on the house.
Yeah, I think it really does also. It depends on the seller's motivation. A lot of sellers saw that the rates started dropping and said, hot diggity dog, now I can get out of this house and go buy another one that I want, to get more the money I need or the rate that I need to buy. But they're still a little greedy, still a little stuck in what they might have gotten before. The other thing that is really playing out, guys, right now, and I'm just going to be very open about it. We talked about it on our last live. I've had, I talk to a couple hundred people a month. Literally, I do phone calls with hundreds of people a month. I love it. I love meeting you guys. It's my favorite thing. And a lot of you, I'd say 60 to 70% are saying, well, we're going to come, but we're going to wait until after the election. We just want to see what happens until after the election. Or they'll say, well, Kamala Harris said she's going to give us $25,000 free money. So I'm going to wait till that goes through and then I'm going to buy a house. So Amber and I did a live stream where we kind of debunked that, because I'm not picking a side, but at the end of the day, you got to wait for her to get elected. Then you got to wait for her to get it passed. Then you got to wait for it to be implemented. We're talking 3 years from now, if that. And the reality is there's already free money programs. There's already $25,000 free money programs, if not more, on the market right now. So a lot of people are just I think a lot of people in the country are just holding their breath right now, trying to just see what happens. Not because it's going to matter either way at the end of the day for housing. Who knows at this point, but I think that that's really what's holding people back. So, and that's what's making houses sit. When we sell houses, we look at 4 different things. It's pricing, it's exposure, it's the quality of the product. And then it's just, making sure that we get to, what are the 4 things? Hold on, I just lost the 4th one. But either way, price is one of them. And if you've got, what are the other one? I can't think of it right now. But the one that you have to get to at the end is price. And if all those other 3 you have access to the house looks great, it's being marketed well, the price is obviously the problem. So I think it's just a little bit of greed, a little bit of, the untrained eye from some realtors that are listing homes and they don't know how to properly price them. There's just a lot of reasons, but really good thing to notice, Oscar, and keep an eye on it. You know, at the end of the day, there's always going to be a deal, and we negotiate the shit out of stuff for you on your behalf when it's time. So just let us know. Okay, what else we got here? Stephen Wu says, how are you doing this week? Amber, how are you doing? Stephen, your photo is fire. Literally, probably my favorite. I got to find you online and look at that closer. That's a dope freaking profile photo.
Yeah, look at you.
Violet, I'm trying to figure it out. It's like split down the middle. Like I'm waiting to see if like it's like almost like the Revenge of the Nerds, that guy that did his hair with the thing. Oh my God, so cute. Anyway, how are we doing this week? How are you doing, Amber?
It's a great week. You know what? I think October is the month of miracles. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with that. Okay, we're gonna say it out loud and watch it happen.
Las Vegas is better, way better than California. Listen, Stephen Wu, don't you be threatening me with a good time. Don't you be flirting with me now, talking about how Las Vegas is better than California. Okay. But yeah, you're right. But you're totally right. It is. Okay. Yeah. Lou Dog says, I love your energy, Amber. Hi, Amber, Laci. We live in LA, but we want to retire in Summerlin in 5 years. We have $800K available right now. What would you do? Ooh, I would buy right now. And I would rent it out so that you can start to earn equity, because the prices are going up, my friend. So Lou Dog, I would love to talk to you, because if you're looking at Summerlin, I'm going to tell you right now, the minimum price for Summerlin right at this moment, except for like this 55 plus community, the minimum price for Summerlin right now is like high fives, low sixes. So, and that's for some of the older homes. If you're wanting to come and you're wanting to be in Summerlin, you need to buy sooner rather than later. And it's going to depend on what you want, right? If you want a condo, townhome, if you're looking for something a little bit bigger. But I would highly recommend, if you have that money available now, don't let it sit. Even if it's in a high yield savings account, I think you're going to be way better off investing, especially in a place like Summerlin, which is the #1 community in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And then just rent it out. We've got property managers we can manage it for you to protect the house and keep it in good shape, and start earning some equity while you can. So then when you do retire, you got yourself a nice little nest egg and you got yourself a house.
Exactly. Here's the thing I would say too, is that you've already seen, if you've lived in LA, you've already seen what LA's done and how things have moved up and up and up over the years, and to be able to gain as much equity. Vegas seems like it's next, right? So it seems like it's already moving that direction, kind of like LA, especially with a lot of the industry that California has had that's caused that to happen is coming into Vegas right now. So like, I'd probably do what Laci said and buy something before it gets all crazy. Like it did, like you've probably already seen it do in LA.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily do a cash purchase for 800 or less, honestly, or even less. And like I said, there's people who are desperate to rent in Summerlin because they have some of the schools that they want to be a part of and they want to be zoned for that. So it's really it's a win-win situation, especially in that area. I mean, Las Vegas period, but especially in that area. Yeah. So great question. Lou Dog, my phone number's at the bottom, baby. Why don't you send me a text right now? Let's talk. Let's do it. Let's see. Douglas said, wait, no income tax, no property tax? What's the catch? So Douglas, we might have misspoke, or maybe you heard us wrong. So there's no state income tax in Las Vegas, and we have low property tax. What's our property tax on average, Amber?
Well, okay, so if you're doing new construction, I'm always estimating like 0.9%. But
that's less than 1%, Douglas, just in case that wasn't clear.
That's less than 1%. But so the taxes are assessed when the house is built. So the older the house, the cheaper the taxes. The newer the house, then you get closer to that less than 1% mark. So when you're looking at something that's a few years old, you're going to be surprised at how low the taxes are. If you're looking at something that's like 20 years old, the taxes are beautiful.
Yeah. People who come from out of town are like, wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Come on. Trying to get my dog to come up and join us, but he just wants treats.
Baxter coming to say hi.
Just wants treats, and he wants me to open the balcony. Nope, not going to do that, buddy. Sorry. So Douglas, all the more reason to reach out, my friend. Let's go. Let's have the conversation. Kenny P says, yeah, I just want to rent. Thanks for good info. Have a wonderful weekend. See you soon, hopefully. Yes, Kenny, I hope we do see you soon. Thank you so much. Stephen Wu said that I took the picture at my niece's graduation. Stephen, I'm telling you right now, I want a t-shirt with that photo on it. Could you please send me the photo? I would love to do a t-shirt. We've got another question waiting that I'm going to pull up in a second. Just a reminder, if you're watching us today, my name is Laci. I've got my sweet friend Amber here. We normally do a lot of real estate and lifestyle talk about Las Vegas, but we haven't done one of these just ask us anything in about a year. So we thought we'd just pop on just say hi and see what you need. So if you have any questions at all about anything, as long as it's not crude, and if it's crude, just send me a text, just kidding. As long as it's not crazy, but no, ask us anything. We're here for you. The stream is for you. We're going to be on for probably another 20 minutes or so. And I've also got a couple of questions that came through from DMs in my Instagram. So I'll pull those up in a second if we run out of them, but comment below, say hi, let us know you're here. We'd love to see who's online. Nioka, my girl. Hey, girl. She's awesome. She's been reaching out to us. She's about ready to buy a house. We're getting there. We're working towards it. We're almost there. She said, are there mortgage loans a person can get to help do repairs on a home that needs a little TLC?
There is, Nioka. So on the FHA side, there's what's called the 203K. So if a house needs, like say you need to go in and remodel it, or it needs repairs just to be livable or something like that, you can go up to a certain amount of money and attach it into the loan. And then but basically the repairs have to be done through a general, and then we'll put it all into the loan. So we can do that one. And then there's loans on the conventional side too. So there definitely is loans. Those types of loans, you can't get grants or anything like that with them, but you can, if you're coming in with your down payment, you can do like a remodel loan basically.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple people ask me, what are some new restaurants? They sent me DMs, so I figured I'd bring it over here. What are some new restaurants that you've tried recently that you would highly recommend? Amber, have you gotten out and about in town lately and tried anything new?
What have I tried lately? I mean, for lunch today, I just had California Pizza Kitchen. That doesn't count, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd gone out with your husband to dinner or anything like that. Okay, we'll see. Look at that. You come, you want to be on my lap. I tried
anything new. I'm in downtown Summerlin, so all the restaurants around here, I pretty much do all those. One of my favorites is like PF Chang's. So as far as the crazy ones, no, I haven't tried anything new. Okay,
girl, we gotta break you out of this. We gotta break out of mine. Chain restaurants.
I know. Look, I just did it for lunch today, huh?
Oh my God, I'm going to kick your ass. Okay, I'll tell you a couple I've tried. I went to an Italian place this week. I have to find the name of it. It was like someone's last name, Scusi, hold on a minute. It's in the southwest part of town. Chef Greg, I think it's like Scusi.
Wait, what was it? It was Italian?
Yes. It's, oh God, it's going to kill me. Anyway, it's in the southwest side of town. I think it's called Scusi or something of that nature. And it was a really, really cool, you walk in and it's just like a little, like a bakery, kind of like an Italian bakery where you get a little coffee. It's like 2 tables. So I was like, what is this? And then it's like almost like a speakeasy restaurant. You open the door and it's this beautiful restaurant. They had gorgeous Italian food, handmade pasta. The chef is very, very involved. I'm really bummed I cannot find what the name is. Hold on, I'm going to find it. Another one that I really went to recently was it was like a margarita bar, and it was down at the Uncommons in the southwest side of town. That was really good too. I think it was called Todo Bien, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the deal. When it comes to food in Las Vegas, we're having a foodie renaissance. Like what happens is people move here to like work for the big hotels and the big chefs on the strip, and then they realize very much that like, oh, it's cheap to live here. I really like it. It's a cool community, blah, 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 blah. And so they start to realize like, oh, they could actually set up their own shop. So then and it's commercial is not very expensive either, or at least, by comparison. So then they start to open these little shops around town in the local areas. Amazing, freaking amazing. And so it's like, and they're all very well priced. They're not strip prices. So I'm a big fan. I got to find the name of that place before we finish our live. So I will do that. Another one I tried recently was Boom Bang Kitchen in Henderson. So good. It's in a little strip mall, and like you wouldn't think that it would be there, but it's in a strip mall. And I think the chef was on Food Wars or something. She was on Iron Chef or one of those chef shows. She's amazing. And honestly, they've got a great cocktail lineup and a real good happy hour. That's all I'm going to say. So that's all.
So do you just drive past these restaurants and you're like, I'm going to try that one day? Is that what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of them reach out to me, when they're trying to like, it's Scrizzi. I'm gonna bring up their website and show you. Scrizzi. I knew it was Scrizzi something. Yeah, I do. I drive around town I'm all over town all the time anyway. But also some of them will reach out to me and ask if I want to come and try the restaurant. I don't ever take free meals as often as I can. I like to really make sure that I can support the local businesses. So I usually try to go when it's not like a media event. Every now and then I'll go to those, but not often, because I really do want to make sure that I'm supporting the crew.
Oh, look at you, all that good karma right there.
Yeah, let me show you. Skrizzi. Here we go. Can you see this?
Uh-huh.
So
And that's
Skrizzi.
on the northwest side of town?
Yes, this guy, Chef Mark Skrizzi. I guess that's his
He
best
just looks
name.
like good energy.
How often could I say Skrizzi before you guys get annoyed? Are we already there? Anyway, the menu was really dope. I just was super excited about it. And it was very affordable. Look, $12, $14, beef tartare. They had the aged meat hanging in like a window, I just loved it. And their pasta is made from scratch. So if you're looking for a new Italian place, definitely give that place a try. They're down in the southwest side of town. And
okay, next time you ask me online, I'm going to say, oh, I went to Squeezy. Is that how you say it?
Skrizzi. You got to do it with the head. Skrizzi. All right, we got another question here. Okay, Mike Doria. Hey, Mike, good to see you. Are there any duplexes left in Las Vegas? Also, how is now a good time to buy a condo? Great question. Thank you for asking. Thanks for tuning in. Amber, what would you say is about the second question? Is now a good time to buy?
Yeah, it's a good time to buy. I mean, okay, here's what I think about the time to buy. So you know how we've been in this market. Okay, so for example, we had a client that bought last October, and when they bought, the rates went to the highest level we had seen them in how many ever years, right? They were at the highest level possible. So right now we're looking to refinance that person, and the rates are way lower than that, but they've been able to gain equity in their house because they bought at the highest level, so they got a deal, right? So once those rates start going down, and we know they're not going to go down in a straight line, right? They're probably going to go like this, but they're going to trend. They're going to trend down. If I can get it to go right on the screen, right? They're going to trend downwards. So at that point, when they get lower, then the house prices go higher because all the demand comes off the market, right?
Yeah.
So right now, I believe is the time because the feds came on and dropped rates, and from last October to this October, we're down huge, in the rates. But when they start getting lower, that's when everybody comes off because we still have a housing shortage, especially in a place like Las Vegas where the inventory is super low. So yeah, I think right now is a good time to buy because while we're held still with a little bit of rates and there's a little bit of fear in the market because of the election and stuff like that, that's the time to get out because once that's over, everybody goes back to normal life and starts buying again, especially if we see rates lower. Did that make sense or did I talk too much there?
No, I think you said it right. So we are definitely people who will tell you when it's not a good time to buy. And we have done so in the past. It's all going to depend on what price point. It's all going to depend on your timeline and what you're looking for, what area of town. But right now is typically a very juicy, crunchy time to buy. Not only is what Amber said true, but we're also seeing, we're coming to the end of the fiscal year for a lot of the new home builders. We're coming to the end of the year where a lot of people don't want to go shopping for houses. So on the houses that are on the market, actually are more willing to wheel and deal typically. So we've got kind of a lot of little things that are mashing up into this, this big old soup ratatouille that we're serving up. And I think that I think now till January is probably going to be a great time to buy. And we'll tell you when it changes. Honestly, we come on every week and we try to give updates as often as possible. To answer your question about duplexes, I'm really bummed about the fact that Las Vegas is not a big duplex central city. We've got a smattering of them around town, and there's probably some that have come up from time to time, but it's not really a place that you can buy a duplex. Same thing with like the fourplexes. There was a big movement a couple of years back where everybody was hearing about house hacking, how you could get an FHA loan and you could live in one unit and then rent out the other three in your fourplex building and then have all three of those units pay for yours as well as for the entire mortgage. And I'm glad people got a hold of those, and I'm glad that investors were able to take advantage. But fourplexes are pretty few and far between as well. So we're kind of in a position right now to where townhomes are probably the closest thing you're going to get. Duplexes, they're here and there. They're not a lot of them. But if you really want to look, Mike, just let us know. You can always send me a message at the phone number down below, or send us a DM, or just, fill out the form in the comments or in the description, and we can let you know what's what and what's actually available when you're ready to look. So good question though. Thank you for participating from LinkedIn. We appreciate it. I always forget that we're on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, and now apparently Instagram, and I'm hoping it looks good. I can't get it to come up.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Stephen Wu says, do you recommend paying all cash if available for a house, or do you finance instead? Amber, I'm going to let you take this one because we've had a few of these questions come through that you've helped with the game plan on.
So it depends on what your plan is, right? So like if you have cash to be able to pay all cash, you could take that money because like if you have additional income coming in monthly, then sometimes the choice would be pay cash, right? But if you're wanting additional income to come in and you want to diversify your cash, then we've had clients buy 2 or 3 houses with their cash, live in one, rent out the other 1 or 2, put with a large down payment down so that they have excess money coming in on rents to help supplement their income. So if you're
Right.
going to just live off cash without a lot of money, that was definitely a good way to make it work. And I know those people are super happy that they bought when they did to be able
Yeah.
to make it work that way. So like it just kind of depends on your living situation, what you have, but like diversifying and making additional streams of income is always a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We can wheel and deal and make whatever kind of a structured experience you want, but sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends.
Mhm.
Let's see. Sid City Syndicate, dear universe, tell Laci I love her. The universe has delivered, Sin City. Thank you so much. Love you too.
I love her
Uh,
too, Sin City.
Thank you. I love her too. Oh my God. Turnout says, is it possible to find find a new home in community without HOA in Summerlin? The answer is a hard no. So
Yeah.
the reason it's a hard no, and a lot of people don't know this, is Summerlin's actually a community and a master plan community. It's not a city. It's not just an area of town. It's actually a master plan community that was bought to be created and be one big experience inside the gates, if you will, of what the borderline of Summerlin. So what that means is that anybody who lives in said Summerlin zip codes that are zoned for that area are going to at least pay at the minimum the Summerlin HOA for the master plan community. So that can be anywhere from $50 to $90 a month. I can't remember. It's whatever it is. So when you buy a house, sometimes they have some that's the only HOA you pay, and then sometimes they have communities where you have a secondary HOA on top of it, that is because you're behind a gate or you have a park or something inside the community. Inside the community is your deal. So if you're looking at Summerlin and you think you're going to get a non-HOA, it's not possible at all based on the way that it was built. It was created as that master plan, and they keep the grounds, they have the parks, they have the trails, they have all the things that are so loved by the people who live there. One of the things we tell everyone is that if you're thinking about moving to Summerlin and you don't want an HOA, there's actually a really great community right outside of Summerlin, like 2-3 blocks away, that is Spring Valley. It's Las Vegas's first master plan community, and there's quite a few areas over there that have 0 HOA that we could help you look at. So also Lone Mountain, there's a lot of areas around there that are just 1, 2, 3 minutes away. So you get to take advantage of Summerlin. So yeah, good question. Really good question. Oh, Oscar Love says tickets are still available, FYI. Available for what? The Broadway rave?
Oscar's coming to Broadway Wave for you tonight.
Oh my God. Mark Jackson said my property taxes were 1.228 in Kentucky. Wow. Over there.
Kentucky's that high? At
Yeah.
first I thought I read it where it said 1,228, but then I was like, 1.22. I didn't realize Kentucky was that high.
I know that there's some states that pay up to 8%, 13%. It's crazy. To me, that's nuts. How do you, that's nuts. That's like sending your kid to private school. You could private school, I can buy a house. Private school, buy a house.
Yeah, sometimes I'll see when somebody's moving from one of those states to here, I'm looking at the taxes, and the taxes are more than a mortgage payment in some cases for some of those states.
I also got another question on Instagram from somebody who said, never mind, it's not a real question. I'll read it anyway, but it's not a real question. Sorry.
Now you
I should have read it first.
Now the curiosity is killing me.
No, it's dumb. Anyway, Laci, why are you so cute and how do you look so fly? Like, come on. But literally, if you really want to know, I'll tell you. No, I'm just kidding. I thought it said something else when I glanced at it. I feel like a dummy.
Now you're all blushing, but you are so cute.
Because I feel stupid. I wouldn't have brought it up if I knew. But do you want to know how I look so fly? I don't know either. You tell me. I have no idea. So again, we're here for you guys. We want to make sure that we can answer your questions. So please drop it like it's hot in the comment box below. This is just for you. We're going to stay on for another 5-6 minutes and just say hi and give you all of our feedback as much as we can. We love you. We do these for you. We don't do this for us. Let me tell you that right now. These are not easy to set up. So these are definitely for you. So whether you're thinking about moving to Vegas, you're just coming to visit, you're just a fan, or you just think I'm fly, which I don't blame you for any of that. You can always tune in and let us know. Oh, look, Doug Braun. Hey, Doug, good to hear from you. Doug says, hey, lovely ladies, you guys are the best. Thank you for all you do. Doug, we love you. Doug got into contract and
so
they
excited
made
for
the
you.
move. And this is like the dream. Those are the kind of people. Doug is exactly what we're talking about. They see our stuff. They find hope. Oh, we could buy a house. They reach out because they're listening to instruction.
Yeah.
Are you?
You did good, Doug. You're so excited for you. So excited for you.
So excited for you guys. Thank you for trusting us. Seriously. Amber, let's leave some final words for this Friday. Let's leave some final words of wisdom. I'm going to hand the microphone to you, which, I have a hard time doing. So please allow me to mute myself. Let's give some words of wisdom from the unicorn, Amber Coleman, and go.
So some words of wisdom. Dang, I wish I would have been ready for the words of wisdom, huh?
You always have them. Come on, girl. Give it to us. Let's go.
You go first. You go first on words of wisdom.
What a punk. You just punked out.
Let me think of words of wisdom. You go first. You're going to inspire me, okay?
Here's my words of wisdom. First of all, thank you for watching us. Keep watching us. That's my word of wisdom. We really do love being able to communicate with you guys directly. Even if you're watching this on a replay, it's our pleasure to just tune in and be available for you. It can be really scary, the thought of relocating and moving, uprooting your entire life to a new city. And so because we do this every single day in and day out for months and months and years, we become professionals at doing it and experts in the process of helping you land safely and soundly in a soft place. So let us make it fun. Let's keep it jazzy and snazzy, and let's just have a good time until you're ready to move. Stay tuning in, which is, again, the words of wisdom. And we'd be happy to just keep advising you. But we really do appreciate your eyeballs, your likes, your comments, your engagement. It really means a lot to Amber and I. And it just helps us understand if what we're doing is even needed or appreciated. And you guys continue to tell us that it is. So thank you for that.
It does. It brightens our day every time we hear, like when you call and say, I've been watching you on YouTube. I'm like, oh, thanks for watching us on YouTube. You know what? One thing I did here this week, I had to have a minute to think about it. I told you I'm kind of tired today, Laci. My brain was moving slower today.
You slipping, girl. Okay.
Listen, yeah. But one thing I did hear this week, which I thought was kind of funny, is that not funny, but I was like, oh, this is true. So I guess this week, there's something about this week and the energy of this week that it's the best time to buy a house. And I saw it written somewhere, and then somebody told me that was buying, and I was like, huh. So that's plus I just feel like it's just a blessed month. And you know what? I'm going to keep saying that, and it's the month of miracles, because then it'll happen. So let's make miracles happen for you.
We do see it happen every day. And I do want to say this again, for those of you who think that you're going to have to be a renter forever, you're not. For those of you who want to live in Vegas, but still don't think that buying a house could be for you, that could be wrong. And it's probably wrong. Amber and I have had the absolute honor and pleasure over the last 8 years of working together. It's been 8 years, my love. We're coming up on 8-year mark right here this December. 8 years.
We have wrinkles, Laci.
Well, listen, I'm using a light to calm down. But thank you. But let's not set expectations. When people meet me to look at houses, they're like, oh, never mind.
You look exactly the same.
Thank you. But really, for me, what I wanted to say is that, we have the absolute fortune to just meet people who had never thought it was possible and just happened to stumble across our live stream and happened to be living in Vegas already or happened to be moving here. She said, call. It doesn't matter if I move or not. It doesn't matter if I buy, because we are a no pressure, low pressure, no pressure experience. And we have seen, I would say easily, out of the hundreds of people that have bought houses with us, I would say there's a solid 100, 150 who never, maybe more actually, but who never, ever, ever thought that they could have ever bought a house and never even dreamed of it until they saw our videos. And it is the honor of my life to be able to look them in the eye and to hear them come from a phone call with you and to say, here's the keys to your home. Congratulations.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's the most beautiful. And actually, speaking of that, Sammy Soniat is one of our most recent home buyers, who absolutely was one of those people who at one point in time just never really thought it was going to be possible. And she had a big mountain to climb with some stuff going on with her family, and she stuck it out. She followed what we said. She put her head down. They just got married. I had to miss the wedding because I was in Asia, and I don't want to talk about it because I'll cry, but they just got married. They are two of the most amazing humans I've met. They are the most in love, solid couple. They get it. And I just thought, well, how does a solid couple like this, who loves each other as much as they do, who understands the world, who works hard, who saves, who's responsible, how could they not think that buying a house would be possible? It made no sense to me. So to see someone like that be able to go, oh, now we're ready. And yes, we can do it. It was just it's so beautiful. And now we're part of their family and we get to watch, you know, their family evolve and grow. And I don't know, I'm going to cry if I keep talking about it. So she said, oh, we love you, Laci. I love you too. I'll call you. I know I owe you a phone call. I'm sorry. It's been a long year. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. We are so grateful. Again, stay tuned. We'll be back next Friday. As always, maybe if you're following me on other platforms, you might see me go live there too. I have some fun stuff coming up, but if anything, just keep tuning in and keep dreaming about Vegas, because I know I do, and I already live here. I don't know.
It's a good dream. It's a good dream.
Thank you, Amber, for joining me and making time.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.